even though there's pain in other parts of life, and not everything is always going to be pleasurable, we can rest knowing that we have resiliency and that we have hope. And that's what drives all of everything, is hope. We hope that tomorrow is better. We hope that tomorrow is better than today. And that's what drives us as people. So as we reflect upon this tragedy today, I hope that we have hope, and that that will resonate with us, and that we will take everything that comes at us in life and we will turn it around and use it as leverage to be better people tomorrow. That's what we want. This hospital has such meaning to me. It has meaning to every Tulsa police officer, not just because of what happened here on June 1st, but this has memory to me and these officers because this is the hospital where we brought Sergeant Craig Johnson. This is the hospital that we had our final moments with him. And a lot of the people around here were present for that. So there is true meaning behind this building. Not only that, but for me, this is the hospital where I saw my mother for the last time. And so it is amazing to me that there are people like the St. Francis Network that are so caring and so loving, sometimes to people they don't even know. And so that is what makes this unique, and that is what makes this part of community. Because without community, I don't think we could get through anything. And I think what happened here on June 1st last year, in the days to follow, and even today, is that you see community. This is community. This is what it's all about. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. I want to introduce to you now Dr. Ryan Parker. She is the Associate Chief Medical Officer for St. Francis Hospital, the emergency medical physician, and the former Director of Emergency Medicine for St. Francis before moving to her current role.
It's hard to believe that 1 year has passed. I will say first to the families of Dr. Stephanie Hewson, Miss Amanda Glenn, Mr. William Love, and Dr. Preston Phillips, our hearts still break for you. The last time I stood here, we were collectively still in the aftershock that comes with such a tragedy. On an individual level, I see this in the trauma hall daily, the weight of raw emotions after an injury or a wound, disbelief, overwhelming sorrow, anger, fear, but also compassion, gratitude, and resolve. In those first few hours and days, the adrenaline of the moment somewhat numbs the pain initially. Despite the grief, we all had a sense of duty to still show up and take care of each other and of the community that needed us. But the process of healing physically and mentally is excruciating work, painful, messy, and prolonged. When I stood here last year, what you didn't realize was that in trying to compose myself, I had glanced to the far wall. So last year we were on the opposite side. I glanced to this wall where the Sacred Heart of Jesus mosaic is. And in that moment, I found it comforting, and I do now, that his resurrection and healing did not erase the scars of having lived his life or having endured his death. That gave me strength. It gives us strength. Our scars and our sorrow will always be a part of our story. Our scars might be evident to you moving forward, and that's okay with me. When I have had the privilege of follow-up with some of my ER patients years later, what inspires and impresses me the most is the grit and determination it took for them to heal and rediscover their purpose. Every act of violence, every moment of joy, every hateful thing we have said or that's been said to us, every kindness, every sorrow, every ounce of laughter, we carry it all with us in some form or another. Just like our patients, we are walking embodiments of our entire story. We will never forget the bravery and care provided to us by our law enforcement agencies and first responders, and the compassion and kindness showed to us from our community. We will never forget the 4 souls that were taken from us. Their legacy and our mission to extend the healing ministry of Christ will continue. We are here for you and incredibly grateful for you. Thank you.